Hey everyone, so I am very sick, and I'm just gonna warn you now, this probably isn't gonna be the best audio to ever listen to, but we got some stuff to talk about. The big thing I think in the news this week is we lost Tony Todd. Tony Todd was a character actor. Me, growing up such a big fan of scary movies, I think of him as being the Candyman, one of the just scariest movie characters of all time. Incredible actor. For Transformers fans, though, he did play the Fallen in Revenge of the Fallen, but I think what more people would know him as is Dreadwing from Transformers Prime. Dreadwing, one of the great characters from Prime, a personal favorite of mine, and we did lose him this week. He had an incredible career, and I'm so happy that he was able to be two pretty major characters in Transformers. Like, make fun of Revenge of the Fallen all you want. The Fallen is remembered. He's remembered better than most of the movie characters. And then Dreadwing needs no justification. That was just a great role and a great character. And Tony Todd, a great actor, was able to add prestige to that character. So his loss is, I mean, it's heartbreaking, but at the very least, it seems as though it was as peaceful as it could be. And I like to spotlight the people who worked on Transformers, be it behind the scenes, or the voice actors or the writers. And when they pass away, I do want to always give them a little bit of respect because, I mean, none of us would be fans without these guys that put the work in and helped bring life to these characters. So, Tony Todd, rest in peace. And for me specifically, thank you for scaring me so much as a kid. Some of my most treasured memories are being scared of this guy whenever he'd show up with that hook and would pull back the trench coat, show all the maggots inside of him. It was great. All right, let's move on. Not many sightings this week. There was just this 4-pack for Target. These are the Titan Changers from Transformers 1. These are the shampoo bottle figures. They've not been changed. They're just in a big 4-pack now for the holidays. For a young Transformers fan, this is probably a good deal. I mean, you get 4 really big toys, but there's not much here for me, I don't think. Third Party had an interesting week. We're going to start off with Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu has made Metroplex. Now, this guy's going to be 10 centimeters tall. He's still Micromaster scale. That's not to say Micromasters go into him. I'm saying this Metroplex is the size of a Micromaster. They're also going to do him in the Metro Titan colors. And then Dr. Wu, going really obscure, is making a figure of Decibel. If you're familiar with Slam Dance or Beast Box, this is another one of these kind of Duocon combiners that are both cassettes. Decibel is probably the least remembered one, and yet here we are. New Age has some stuff. For one, we're getting Shattered Glass Warpath, which, I mean, it's a good-looking figure still, but the blue doesn't do much for me. But Treads, I love that they're doing some GoBots, the New Age guys, because I actually think the Treads deco is my favorite color scheme for Warpath. I love the green. Same treatment being given to Gears. We're going to get Shattered Glass Gears. Decent looking color scheme here, but doesn't do much for me. But then Smallfoot. I absolutely want this figure. I love Smallfoot. She's one of my favorite GoBots, and this looks really, really cool. And now official reveals. Again, not much this week, but a couple of things. Funko Pop is doing this thing, which is going to be a Funko Pop Soundwave that you take the head off, and it's shown that Frenzy is controlling him, like in a little control room. I say Frenzy, I think that's actually being identified as Rumble, because the Funko Pops are using the toy names and toy designs. But it's a pretty cool idea. I like the idea that the cassettes are just like piloting a big Soundwave around. That's pretty fun. Blockies is doing a completely new aesthetic. This is the Stars line, and what they're going to be is they're more kind of deformed and cutesy versions. So here we have Optimus and Megatron, but there's going to be more figures in this wave, including Prowl and Thundercracker. But then look at that semi-truck and that jet. This is also going to be Blockies making vehicle modes going forward. So I'm somewhat interested. Thundercracker, I think, looks great. The vehicle modes look great. Prowl looks really fun. I don't like the Optimus or the Megatron, but I don't think that's the style. I think I'm just not enjoying those designs. I'd pick a couple of these boxes up. I would never be complete on them, but I would never say no to a Thundercracker. And then for Hasbro, the big reveal is they're going back to Hero Mashers. So these are the Mix Mashers, and as you can see, yeah, it's like the old Hero Masher stuff. Only now, not only do you get the limbs, they're also going to have extra armor pieces that go over the normal limbs, the swap out weapons, and the ability to customize into different robot modes. So, as someone who actually liked the Hero Mashers, this is pretty fun to see. And you can see our first wave is going to be made of Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Optimus Primal. Look in that top right corner, the Primal. I think he looks great. I would pick up that Primal, because I think that just looks like a really good robot mode Primal. Megatron also looks sharp. I really like his head sculpt for some reason. Optimus and Bumblebee look a little bit boring to me, but then again, I think that's just because we have so many Optimus Primes and Bumblebees. Optimus Primal and Megatron are still a little bit more interesting to me, and specifically that Primal. If I can only grab one, it's going to be that Primal. If I see this guy on a store shelf and it's a good price, I absolutely will grab him, because I like my Boss Monkey. I really do. But that's the news this week. Like I said, there wasn't much. There absolutely was not much. A couple of new things from New Age, a couple of new things from Hasbro. It seems like this is a real kind of filler time, and it makes sense because PulseCon was just a few weeks ago, TFCon was literally just last week, so it is a little bit more of a slow week. But I also think that even if it was a big week, all of this stuff doesn't matter as much as the loss of Tony Todd. I never try to make these videos more than what they are, because they are just very dumb news videos. But again, just like when we lost Peter DeRene, just like when we found out John Warden was going through some issues, I want everyone to remember, yes, we love Transformers, we love the fiction, we love the characters, but don't lose sight of the fact that the reason you love the characters is because of all the voice actors that breathed life into those characters. And don't forget, the reason you love these toys is because there is a collection of artists and engineers that are making these toys. I would give respect to almost anyone who works in Transformers, but the voice actors, the writers, and the toy designers, I think, are the three that, I mean, without them, there are no Transformers, just pure and simple. And Tony Todd, he may not have had a massive list of roles in Transformers, but Revenge of the Fallen was a massive success for the franchise and helped pave the way for things like Prime. And then in Prime, him being Dreadwing, I can't tell you how many people on the Many Toys Of have told me that Prime Dreadwing is like their favorite Decepticon of all time. And I completely get it, because even though he was only there for Season 2, he was such a wonderful character. So his loss, just like Pierre Derene's loss, it's sad. And it's a time where I think we should all just remember and celebrate the work of a great actor. And I know we've already passed Halloween. Go watch Candyman, because that stuff holds up. It's still a very scary movie. But thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that the audio wasn't great here. Like I said, my voice is still pretty weak. I'm still very nasally. I'm hoping this will clear up soon. And big news. Many Toys of Ultra Magnus coming out on Friday. Thank you to the 3,000 subs. And on that note, guys, I guess we'll just have to see what we get up to next time.